Good morning everyone. Welcome to Tulsivanam News Desk. Tulsivanam received this 60 soft skills for successful life book and the author name is for book is Dr. A. Harish Sharma. Now we will learn about from this book. First preface 60 ways to become a successful person and live with peace of mind and plenty of money. If you want to be successful in your career and to get a job in the top companies, you require soft skills. You must be aware of the importance of soft skills at the interviews to perform well. Soft skills play a major role in interviews. These skills also help in day-to-day work life and in improving your hard skills. Hard skills reflect your work and your talent in your job and your behavior and the way you deal with the work problems. Several HRMs claim that they can identify suitable candidate in 30 to 60 seconds just by looking at their soft skills. Next content followed by Vedanti.
Good morning everyone, myself Vedanti. In recent times Tulsivanam has received 60 soft skills book and the author name is Dr. A. Harish Sharma. So my part is about prologue. This is written by Katam Ravinder, MA English. So these are part of 21st century life skills adopted by global citizens. Now the world is the village with the development of modern communication technology, English as the base language. Soft skills promote personality development in the context of global citizenship. I thought these 60 soft skills play an important role in everyone's life. According to my knowledge, soft skills consist of a combination of people, social and communication skills, character, traits, attitudes and mindsets, as well as social and emotional characteristics among others which are sought for in all professions. In corporation, soft skills at the workplace helps employees discover what they lack and own, their strengths and weakness and how they can use it to deal with those infinite challenges and accomplish achievements that come on their way during career advancement. Next content will be followed by Sri Priya.
Good morning everyone, welcome to Tulsivanam. Tulsivanam received this book 60 soft skills for successful life written by Dr. A. Harish Sharma. My part is forward. This is written by P. Tagamurthy Sharma. The name of this book is 60 soft skills consisting of 60 chapters dealing with the required qualities of all the human beings of this creature. The reader gets enlightenment chapter of 10 chapters. It is a food of mind. One will get the knowledge of the relationship between the Guru Shishyas besides do's and do nots in a single language. The another expressed his experience and thoughts. In the 60th chapter, Welton Sanchung is the name of a person of China. But now it has come to my knowledge that it is also a kind of new philosophy or view of life dealing with the problems and solutions for them and solutions for while reading this book, and readers come across many technical words generally used by the faculties. One must have the spiritual knowledge to understand this book. This book is a food of minds of the great thinkers and to the philosophers. The author of this book, devote of Krutalam Peetam, wanted everyone to be aware of the importance of these soft skills at the interviews to be successful in one's daily life. So please read this book till you know what is what and who is who. Next content continued by Pavitra.
Good morning to everyone. This is Pavitra from Tulsivanam News Desk. Recently we received a book called 60 Soft Skills for Successful Life. This is written by Dr. A. Harish Sharma. Now in this, my topic is abstinent. Abstinent means refraining from an activity or from the consumption of something, especially alcohol and other narcotics. It is also not good for health to take unnecessary pharmaceuticals. If you are trying to maintain abstinence from alcohol or drugs over a long period of time, it is important to develop develop a drug-free lifestyle in all aspects of your life, at home, at work, and during your leisure hours. If you sought treatment from a professional rehab program for your alcohol or drug problem, one of the most important objectives of your continuing or follow-up care is to help you learn to replace your previous destructive behaviors with more healthy and productive alternatives. Support your friends and families. One of the first steps in developing a drug-free lifestyle is to avoid those people who were directly involved in your former drugs. Use drugs or were your drinking buddies. Many addicts find that in order to develop a substance-free lifestyle, they must develop new friendships, social patterns, and leisure activities. Your rehab counselor will try to help you identify drug-free, support your friends and family members, and encourage you to improve those relationships and participate in recreational activities with them. To replace the time that you spend drug seeking and using, if you do not have drug-free friends or loved ones, your counselor will encourage you to become involved in new social groups and make new supportive friends, developing a structuring schedule. Another important aspect of developing a drug-free lifestyle is to developing a structured daily schedule that you can consistently follow. Structure and organization in your life can be your best friends in recovery, while chaotic and disorganized lifestyle can be your enemy. When you were in the early assistance stage of your rehab program, your counselor probably worked with you then to establish daily and or weekly schedule to help you begin to structure your time and to replace your drug seeking and using activities with healthy alternatives. In the maintaining abstinence phase of your recovery, it is important not to abandon the structured schedule or derivative from it on a regular basis, developing larger, expanded goals. While maintaining your sobriety remains a high priority in your life, in order to develop a long-term drug-free lifestyle, it is helpful to identify larger goals for your future. Now that you have achieved more than 90 days of abstinence, you will probably begin to develop larger long-term goals such as going back to school, changing career paths, or saving towards financial goals. Identifying other goals for your life and developing a plan to achieve those goals can play an important role in helping you develop and maintain a drug-free lifestyle. Your follow-up counselor will help you learn how to work toward these goals within the context of your new recovered lifestyle. Developing spirituality. If you have participated in a 12-step group as part of your rehab program, you have probably already been introduced to the concept of spirituality, which has nothing to do with religious practices or dogma. As it relates to recovery, spirituality means developing values in your life and having altruistic goals, reaching beyond yourself to find fulfillment and happiness. Spirituality can be an important factor in any successful recovery program. It involves connecting to a power that extends beyond the concerns of daily living. Your counselor will encourage you to become involved in effects greater than yourself, such as doing service work for your support group, becoming more involved in your religious organization, doing community service, or volunteering for charity work. Your counselor will not try to define any higher power for you. That will be left entirely up to you. But research has shown that developing a drug-free lifestyle can be enhanced by relating to a power that is transcendent and greater than yourself. The next content is followed by Kaustuba.
Good morning everyone. Welcome to Tulsi Vanam Users. As we received the book 60 Soft Skills for Successful Life, which was written by Dr. A. Harish Sharma, as Pavitra has completed this first chapter and I am continuing the second chapter, which is known as abyss. The word abyss refers to a deep void or chasm, either literal or figurative, making a momentous life decision with great uncertainty. Traditionally, the abyss referred to the bottomless pit of hell. Now, it might refer to either a literal chasm or a figurative one. Read the inner mindset and understand it very deeply. Third chapter, agility. Agility training improves flexibility, balance and control. Agility helps the body to maintain proper alignment and posture during movement. Additionally, agility drills encourage the body to learn how to maintain correct body placement. It improves our health status. First, injury prevention. Many injuries happen when the body falls out of alignment in the motion. Think of pulling the muscles in your lower back if you lift from the improper position or tearing the alignments in the knee if you misstep. Agility training increases balance, control and flexibility, allowing the body to maintain balance, control and flexibility, allowing the body to maintain proper posture and alignment during movement. Agility training helps the body learn correct body placement, meaning sensitive areas like shoulders, lower back and knees are protected while moving quickly. Second, the mind-body connection. Agility training helps to build pathways in the brain for fast response to various stimuli. At first, the responsive movements will be seem forced, but as you practice, they will become more natural. Improved balance and coordination become way more natural. Ever watched a gymnast on balance beam? Her movements are dynamic, fluid, and perfectly balanced. Agility training encourages the body to develop balance in the mindset of dynamic movement, much like the gymnast on the beam. Practicing kick stops and starts, hand-eye coordination and speed helps the body to work as a whole. When the body is working in sync, movements become more fluid, allowing for smooth coordination transitions.